Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying some Purely Elizabeth cereal. I have the chocolate almond.
I have the cinnamon raisin almond.
These were $6.99 at Whole Foods. When we bought them at Whole Foods, they said they were new. So we're going to be trying the chocolate almond first. So, $7. $7.
Hold on.
That's smart. $7
Some of the
for
almonds settled at the bottom.
11 ounces. 11 ounces, 312 grams.
And you wonder why people buy cheap, unhealthy food.
That's why.
That's why. It's too expensive.
Why do people buy Fruit Loops?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Because they
Half
can
the
afford
price.
Fruit Loops. Who can afford this? This is excellent source of vitamin D. Recipe number 36, chocolate almond superfood cereal. 34 grams of whole grains, good source of fiber with sorghum, oats, quinoa, amaranth, and chia. It is vegan, crunchy flakes, granola clusters, enlarged to show texture.
Cluster.
Oh.
I mean, you don't have to eat it by itself. That's a cluster.
I'm sure that's their, what's in their granola.
Probably.
It's better though.
It's not a sweet cereal, that's for sure. Even the flakes, very, very, I would say hard. Wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. Wow. I didn't like that cluster you gave me.
No, really?
It was very good.
Well, you didn't try the flakes.
Right, yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
And there's not a whole lot of almonds in it. There's a little bit, but
Sorghum.
yeah, I could see that, like that molasses-y kind of flavor.
That's the first ingredient.
Yeah.
Sorghum, oats, almonds, maple syrup, coconut oil. Good Lord. How'd you like to sit across from that? You've just woken up in the morning and he's like a monster over there. Quinoa, coconut nectar, dark chocolate chunks,
That's what's kind of good.
cocoa powder,
Yeah, it's cocoa, dark chocolate. I could see that.
puffed amaranth, sea salt, vanilla, chia seeds, plant-based vitamin D, added to preserve freshness. Distributed by Purely Elizabeth in Boulder, Colorado. 6 servings, 2/3 cup, 55 grams is 230 calories.
Of course, that doesn't include whatever
Milk.
liquid you put in there. Yeah, you crunch on it for a little while. It's hard. This is like eating, I don't eat them because they are so hard. It's like eating grape nuts.
Mm.
You know, grape nuts are really, really hard. This is kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little too hard for me. I don't mind the flavor too much.
I like it
honestly.
much better in milk.
It's much better.
Yeah,
I don't mind the flavor. Can you imagine trying to eat that big old puff?
I'm going to.
No,
I'm
good
gonna
luck
do,
with your teeth.
I'm going to do it.
I like the flavor better, but it's just too hard. I think letting it sit for a minute, maybe that even softened it up for you a bit, but I don't know. It's very hard.
Mm.
See that way softer.
The clusters are like what you would expect to find in hard granola. I am not liking. It's almost it's just bitter. It's just a
They're
really,
using cocoa and dark chocolate.
yeah. It comes across as a really bitter flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I like it much more in milk.
Yeah, a lot more milk.
Because the milk gives it, it takes away some of that bitterness.
Yeah, I agree.
So if I was gonna eat that, I would definitely put it in milk. Plan to put it in milk.
And I think if you add a little bit of maybe fruit on top of this, it might sweeten it up a bit. But I can't imagine eating fruit and it like just killing the sweetness.
What do you mean?
Like strawberries or something like that.
I know, but then you said killing the sweetness.
I think the dark chocolate or the dark bitterness of the cereal would cut even the sweetness of the fruit you put in there.
So you're finding it bitter too?
Oh yeah, it's very.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like cocoa powder or something. It's very dark.
Oh, but I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah.
So you think it's too crunchy,
Way too crunchy.
but you also find it bitter.
Oh yeah, it's very.
I
very
don't
dark
mind the
chocolate.
texture. It is very crunchy. I don't mind that though. It's for me. It's all about the flavor, and the flavor is just.
It's better. The flavor's definitely better in milk. For
Are
sure.
you gonna shake
I don't
it
have
or-
to. They're all. I can actually
Okay.
see the almonds in it.
Okay.
The other one, the almonds all settled to the bottom. This one I can actually see them.
Yeah, on top. This is the cinnamon raisin almond recipe 35. 31 grams of whole grains, good source of fiber. It has the same stuff, vegan. 220 calories for 2/3 cup, 55 grams.
There's a
And-
lot of almonds in this one. It's not as hard. It's still kind of that fibrous kind of texture, that dense texture. But it's not nearly as like just literally hard.
I really like this one.
Yeah.
I like the cinnamon in it.
Cinnamon's nice.
This one is really refreshing after having that bitter chocolate.
Was it the same calories too, or?
Yep, same calories.
I would definitely get this one. Why would you get the bitter one when you don't have to? Because this even seems sweeter. Ooh, that's a big hunk of something. Yeah, it's alright.
It's night and day. Really. This one, I can imagine, like, if you did want to put it on yogurt, you could.
Yeah, it wasn't as good out of milk. I still like it better in milk, but and you could eat this one raw.
I love the chewiness of the raisin.
They're good sized raisins too.
Yes, the one that I'm chewing on right now, it was a plump raisin.
Yeah, they're decent size.
So the raisin, this one had tons of those almond slivers. It didn't seem too hard.
No.
The cinnamon is strong, but it's not too strong, and it really just goes well with it.
And the raisins seem to sweeten it up a little bit.
Yes, this one is the one that I would get.
Yeah,
definitely.
this one has just got too many things I didn't like about it. Some of you may love it, but just for me personally, it's just
Yeah, I could eat it. Like if somebody bought it, had it, like if I was to spend the night at somebody's house and they had it for breakfast, I could definitely eat that in milk. But would I choose to buy it myself? No. Because there's other cereals I would rather have that that I prefer, that have clusters and all that stuff in it. So we have reviewed, if you're wondering, Whole Foods actually sells 4 boxes. These 2 are new. But we reviewed a year ago the honey peanut butter and the vanilla blueberry almond. And so they still have those, and then they added these a year later, I guess. But this is the only one for, I think for if you're spending $7, it needs to be something you really, really like. And if you already like oatmeal and raisin, cinnamon and raisin, not oatmeal. If you already like cinnamon and raisin, you're going to really like this one, but can't be so certain about that one.
And that's 10 calories less.
220. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. This one's 220 calories. That one was 230 calories. So, yeah, this one is clear winner, I think.
I agree.
So, I will have a picture for you at the end, and thanks for watching.